Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. Empire of Death has just premiered on Disney Plus worldwide and in theaters in the UK. I have just watched it. These are my fresh reactions. I haven't even really had time to process the episode yet. But let's get into it. Right. First thing is Sutek. Let's talk about him and let's talk about how he was awesome. Like that design, I can't get over it. The evolved kind of Titan version of Sutek is so cool and so menacing that whenever he's on screen, you can't help but be like, whoa, like chill out, man, calm down. Um, and I like that they give a little bit of exposition to new viewers and people who just don't know who Sutek is, like me. I didn't really know who Sutik was, so I did a bit of research and also watched this episode, and they gave you that exposition about why he is the way he is and why him and the Doctor have such a history. And we learnt within like the first 5-10 minutes of the episode, Sutik has been latched on to the TARDIS since 1975. He has been on every journey the Doctor has ever been on, which means every time the TARDIS has exploded, like the TARDIS went into supernova in the Big Bang. It has been hit by like 3 different Doctors. It has been incinerated by the Daleks. It has been through the works, and Sutik has been latched on that whole time. And subsequently, they've now retconned it so that in every place the Doctor has ever landed, there has been a Susan Twist there. There has been some form of Susan Triad, Susan Twist in that area. And at the end of the episode, they clarify that Susan Triad, our main one in 2024, she is still just a regular person with a regular life. She's got a massive brain. She can't make coffee, and she's going to be joining UNIT. Good job. I can't wait to see her again next season. They also showed a clip from the TV movie with the Eighth Doctor, which they don't do. So loving that. And like Ruby's remark about the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane. Like she goes, who's that young woman and the man with all the hair? And the Doctor just says it's just 2 people who travelled in the TARDIS, never actually explicitly stating that it was him. So I love that, and I like all the Egyptian mythology stuff and the remembered TARDIS. Let's move along to that. The remembered TARDIS looked so cool. I know we've seen it in Tales of the TARDIS, but like this is the first time it's been seen in the actual show. So many Easter eggs. I'm just gonna rattle them off now. Mel tied down 2 levers with the Fourth Doctor's scarf. She saw the Sixth Doctor's like wacky, colourful rainbow outfit and just held it close to her because that's the first Doctor she met. I think. Was she with Six? I think so. Yes, she was. And she's using the Seventh Doctor's jersey, the question mark jumper, as a pillow, which I love. Mel really does all of this. She opens a box that is just full of all the Sonics, and the one she picks out is the Ninth and 10th Doctor's one. Hang on, I got it just over here. The one she pulls out is this one just here. The Ninth and 10th Doctor's Sonic, which is pretty cool. What else is there? There's obviously the Doctor pulls down the 11th Doctor's first TARDIS's lever. Ruby is sitting by the chair in the 11th Doctor's first TARDIS and by the 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS. It's just a gold mine for old Who fans. And when he closes the door, it's that old sound effect from the 60s. It's a gold mine for for old Whovians. What should we talk about next? What should we talk about next? I reckon we talk about... Go on, let's do it. Let's talk about Ruby's mum. She was no one. We we hyped that up so much. The fans hyped that up so much. Even I did. I put out a video yesterday with theories on who Ruby's mum could be. Like, it could be the Trickster, or it could be Rose and the Meta-Crisis Doctor. It was none. It was just some random woman, which I love, by the way. When they revealed her images, I was like, oh okay, she's no one. We don't know her. But as I've thought about it more, I love that. By the end of the episode, I was well on board with that idea, because that's kind of been the whole thing of Ruby's character arc this season, is that it doesn't matter what family you're born into, nobody grows up wrong, and you're able to make a life out of whatever you choose, and Ruby was able to do that. Ruby was able to just make her own life, make her own choices, and the reason that Sutekh and no one else could see underneath the hood was that Louise, Ruby's mother, was important to someone. She wasn't important in the grand scheme of things, like in Sutekh's grand plan or anything, but she was important to someone, and that was Ruby. And they found her at the end of the episode, and Louise is not going to Spain anymore, apparently, and she's gonna live out her life with her daughter, which I love. And now she's got two mums. She's got Carla and Louise and Cherry, her grandma. It's so cool. That was genuinely like one of the best parts of the episode. You got some tears welling up there, but no, I love that. Good job, Russell. We all hyped that up way too much. Next thing, while I'm on the topic, I can see it in the background. Look up there. I don't know if you can quite see that picture of Clara just there. Let's talk about Mrs. Flood. In this episode, before she gets Thanos snapped by the dust of death, she says to Cherry, that she will take on Sutekh and take on the gods with her true name. What is her true name? And as she's getting snapped, she says, I had such big plans. Big plans for what, Mrs. Flood? What are you doing here? And then, oh my god, this actually got me. I wish I'd recorded my reaction to this. When everything was undone and she came back, she goes to Cherry, she goes, well done, clever boy. And the way that she's dressed, and the way that she said that, she is dressed exactly like Clara, and she said the quote, you clever boy. I actually screamed. I haven't screamed at a show or a movie in such a long time. And, like, genuinely, I fully screamed at that. I lost my mind. That was incredible. But, like, if you think about it for more than 5 seconds, you realise that she actually can't be Clara, because Clara is on her last heartbeat, her last second of life. And she can't age. So Russell's gone and thrown 2 red herrings at us now. Thanks, Russell. And she broke the 4th wall again at the end of that episode. She rocked up dressed like Mary Poppins. Could mean something later on. And she goes, and so the story of the church on Ruby Road ends here. It's a nice full circle moment. Church on Ruby Road, Empire of Death. The story ends here. It doesn't. Ruby's coming back. But what about the Doctor's story? Well, I'm sorry. It ends in terror, which it almost did in Time of the Doctor, by the way. And she goes, yeah, the Doctor's story ends in terror. Night night. And then the closing sting of the goddamn Goes into the credits. That was sick. 10 minutes on the clock, by the way. I'm just saying that there. 10 minutes on the clock. Anything else that we can talk about now? Mel. I thought they were gonna kill Mel, not gonna lie. When she got the Megamind thing, when she did the whole ass, I thought they were gonna kill her there. Very sad. There were a lot of fake out deaths in this. Carla, Cherry, Mrs. Flood, Kate Lethbridge Stewart, all of Unit's scientific advisors, and all of Unit's guards, Rose Noble, and the one that got me the most, the Vlinks. My man, the Vlinks, almost died. That was the thing that got me the most sad, not gonna lie. And the way that they kill Sutekh is pulling him into the time vortex, putting the big-ass dog on a leash, and hurling him through the time vortex until the Doctor closes that door. He says, you made me do this. There is no other choice. And the Doctor prides himself on being life. So to be life, you have to get rid of death. Shut the doors, and Sutekh goes like that, and he evaporates, and... Yes, and I like that until the Doctor closes that door, he is not the main character, nor is he the hero at that point. The TARDIS, she was the hero. She obliterated Harriet, like, absolutely. She had a laser, the time vortex maybe, absolutely shot Harriet right through, obliterated her, merged with the memory TARDIS, and she was able to dematerialize properly after Sutekh detached from her, and was able to bring him into the time vortex and drag him all around. And there was like some 11th Doctor references, I think, in that time vortex with the lightning and the storm clouds. I love that. And the TARDIS, I think a lot of people forget that the TARDIS is a real thing. Like, the TARDIS is a living thing. She's alive. And I absolutely love that. I love that they made her the main character. That was so cool. I think I've gone over everything. Everything that I want to, at least. Yeah, right, perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Drop down below what you thought of Empire of Death, and laugh at me because all my theories were wrong. And until Christmas Day, goodbye.